Hey, good morning. Henry McClure live. Today, Mom would have been 104 if I did my math right. And I'm not that great at math, but that lady loved life. I'm telling you something. I've got a really neat poem that her mom wrote about a January baby. It's beautiful. And if you ever met my grandmother, you wouldn't think she had that in her. I know that sounds kind of mean, but my mom was a Bantle through and through. I think my mom was probably a daddy's girl. Her and Clifford, kind of like two peas in a pod, right? I think more than ever, my mom would be happy. Oh man, she would have loved Donald J. Trump. And she was someone who could like weed through like who you are or how you were raised, and in spite of your upbringing, find something positive. Even though we could all say the Don had a lot of advantages that others didn't, my mom would probably say something like, well, at least he's standing up for all those that don't. Because there's so many privileged people that just languish in their privilege. Think about all the people that inherit wealth or are wealthy that take advantage of the system and don't help others. Taking care of my mom in the end, although might have been noble, it about did me in. Those were some really tough years. But how do you not? It's like duty. It's like you can't not take care of your family. I'm proud of my mom. I'm proud that there came a point in time in her life where she said, I'm just not going to take it anymore, and divorced my dad. And that would have been, it's really hard to explain on a Facebook live video, me holding my phone in the morning, but she scooted off when I was 3 to Colorado and talked to her dad and spent the summer at the Bantle Ranch. Clifford helped her kind of get her legs in a direction, and she went back and got her master's degree in teaching. And she was nice. I remember when years ago, because my dad never stopped loving her. And that's been if there's ever been something that's come between my brother and me, is acknowledgement or understanding of our father both had a completely different life before, the divorce. My brother and I are brothers of different mothers. But man, Matt would come out. Mom would love Matt, My mom loved a lot of people. If you ever knew her, interested is interesting. That's what it comes down to. I love interviewing people on the show because I watched my mom interview people. My mom would, it was like an interview, a third degree, but my mom just loved people. Sit down, tell me everything. Oh, she was a character. Well, she was a world traveler. She's been everywhere. I've got all her, I got all her slides and pictures. I've been thinking someday if I ever had some time, I'd make like a movie about all her travels, just kind of like a flip show. You know what I mean? Just put it all together. It had some sort of music. I think one of the neatest things that she did was she lived in Paris and went to the International Cooking School. Mom loved to cook. And I tell you, that it made me have a real love for cooking too. Dr. Gundry's diet's a little tough, but what my mom taught me how to bring flavors out and use spices and things like that. So I've been able to adjust to the Gundry, way of life. I'm going to head down to Grace Cathedral and light a candle. Well, I guess I like to. If you got your parents with them, call them. Tell them you love them, because there'll come a day you won't be able to. Today I honor thy mother.